Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Blue Devils offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, a wide receiver, Kirk, this dangerous, who lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough today?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, the slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete. But the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover. Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Completion makes it second and short. On the ground, it's Moore. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. To throw, it's Murphy. Looks to the left, pass caught. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call when the offense.
He's going to get brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
The defender did not fight on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
The sure hands. It's Moore. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills in summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short game.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. Returner is brought down. Gets a starter on the next drive. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now they'll run it on the draw. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Tar Heels will come to the line to run the hurry up. To throw, it's Criswell. Quick throw to his receiver. And he pulls in the catch. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline, waiting for your turn to get another chance.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a gap. It's Hampton. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. offense sets the formation. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Duke. That is a game-changing play by this defense.
Well, game-changing. The momentum now is on their side. They've got confidence that they can finish this game off and get a win. If they do, we're going to remember this play right here.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. The North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, North Carolina.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, North Carolina.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Trying for a fourth down completion. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34. That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the second down play. Dropping back, it's Murphy. The pass rush closing in. Extending the play now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the Blue Devils come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Grab made by the tight end. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw for a big first down.
The Blue Devils trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Caught in the backfield. It's Hampton.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down after that completion. Scanning the field, it's Criswell. Running back has it on the screen now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. He's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but we stopped short of the first down.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Fourth down coming up.
The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Well, the offense failed earlier in a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he finds his tight end for the catch. He did not get... Crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. Big guys up front lined up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Catch made by the tight end. Unleashes the stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle, but first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. He's a wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Duke. This offense is still clicking. And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
21, North Carolina, 7.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB.
The second down throw, intercepted by Duke. And they'll take over first and 10.
The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Oh, that one's picked off. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, right here, doesn't come back to bite them.
Look him out throwing here to start the drive. That's a bullet over the middle. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, UNC. Now they line up to kick the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservative. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and they drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum. A chance at a big play.
To throw, it's Murphy. Catch is made down the middle. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
Tackle's made quickly, but that's a big gain. Ball moves to the 35-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing.
He's picked for a third time tonight. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Now the 40. Inside the 20. Crosses the 10. He's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, North Carolina. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game, to tie the game, is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. Can they recover from that right now? He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
And here comes a deep shot. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Looking to throw. It's Murphy. Throws to the tight end. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. These two defenses have really been up to the task so far, and it's hard to ignore how each of these two secondaries have impacted things. They've stayed true to their assignments, covering each receiver like a blanket. And you know what else they've done? They've wrapped up and tackled.
And the Tar Heels will kick this away to get the second half going. Return begins inside the 10. And the return man brought down. It's deep.
To the 28.
And that return. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense, but they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
Important second down play coming up. Snags the quick throw. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And looking to throw now on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
This time, a completion. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And they will claim the second half lead.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Again, the returner brought down by the coverage team. The North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The defensive coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be... That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. That'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
And the Tar Heels moving quickly down the field here. On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. Now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Head coach stays aggressive after failing on the last 2 4th down attempts. Back to pass. It's Criswell. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. A 4th down stop. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
It went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. And it falls incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. The shotgun running play call. A quick juke. Breaking through, just trucks through the defender. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles follow.
And the Blue Devils have 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. To the air, it's Murphy. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. He missed it. Field goal, no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Second down coming up.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
number 5. When will this QB get the hook? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Short connection to the tight end here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. And Duke has the lead here, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Throw to the running back in the flat. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Duke. Well, the energy really building now, Kirk. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. One of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter.
That makes the score 35, North Carolina. 21.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Kick this one away.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Oh, and he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. It's a foot race. They chase him down, but a huge play on the return. Very fortunate that wasn't brought all the way to the house. Just a bit more. That's a touchdown. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Running play called on third and short. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, it's tough to play defense inside the 5-yard line. They're spread all over the field. They do a good job of pressuring, but more importantly, they keep the receiver short of the goal line.
Scanning the field, it's Criswell. And the defense swarms him. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. Even if the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
Tries to get loose in the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes,
looking to make a play deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Lets it go quickly. Pass not complete. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw it again. Pass complete on a crossing route. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. The ball is loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues.
Boy, the offense just could not afford to throw this interception. It's already a 2-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Bringing pressure. Football comes out. The ball carrier recovers it, and the offense will keep possession. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the handoff. The Blue Devils will try to keep this drive moving.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that previous play. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Quick spin on the run. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They're going to run it here. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's second and 3.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock expires. That will wrap up this game. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football where you walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it would be very successful.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking when they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Gets it out quickly. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking for space, it's Haynes. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having a pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Give to the back. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll run it from the gun. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more, but
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. After the quarterback. Failed to hook up. They'll try it again on second down. Back to throw. It's Howard. He makes the grab. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
The give is to Miller. He's loose at the 15. Off he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got loose, it was all over.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Hines is tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Smith. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touch.
And he breaks into the open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow. Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Howard. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40, at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown time.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Got his man quickly. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. First down and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for a huge play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Finds his man enough for the first. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Judkins. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Looking to the end zone. He's got his man, and they're able to get him down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the point after is good. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having to lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Grab behind the line. It's Ibuka. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. 14. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
He'll run it again. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Escapes, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Looking to take a shot. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Moving away from pressure. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Got it in the middle. It's Tate. At midfield, he's got room. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Soft spot in the middle. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, trying to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole